Hello there, good day. I would like to explain and present to you one of our product, which is our ERP or Enterprise Resource Planning, which we have custom made, particularly applicable for most of the businesses. And in this particular example, I'm showing you a demonstration example applied for a retail or distribution business. So as you can see, and what I'm showing to you now is a basic website or portal where most companies does their operations or business process. So it involves a site where the clients can see the products, the news and information about the company, plus of course their contact pages. It's a very simple website. In this particular example, we have added the module, reseller login module. This particular module, what it does is it allows their distributor or reseller companies to be able to gain access to the back end or inventory management of this company, so they can order goods online directly without any need for any staff assistance. So this is a very neat example of a website which most businesses most likely have already, and they can get it created by themselves or third party with ease. But what I want to show you is the back-end side, which is a very neat feature about this particular ERP system. Now to see that, what I'm going to do, I'm gonna log in to my backend using user and password access for more secure access. So as you notice, the backend part of this particular portal is suddenly become very sophisticated. It involves this particular section where you can manage information, company information, user settings, and other things that's needed to set up a business. So I'm gonna go through quickly on each of them. Home, you would see here that you can easily change contents of your particular site, change info photos, and you can even change what kind of information you want to put up. So to give you an example how it's being done, I'm gonna change the title. I'm gonna add particular information, like in this news. I would just try to get some information from this, copy it, and I'll do it, just paste it and then update it. Now if you go back to your home site and just refresh it, you will see that the information has been changed already. Okay. So this is an example, and you can do the same on the rest of the column information. The reason why we lay out like this, because this particular site is not just dynamic, it's also very responsive. Responsive meaning it can be opened to any mobile device as well as PC or desktop. So we can readily deploy it to a mobile application or mobile apps. Now the banners here is where you manage all the photos for your advertising. So you can change the photo, as in this example. Very simply, just change it. You may want to change it to, of course, you must make sure that the information is within the 960 by 323 pixel. Otherwise, it will appear like this. To give you an example of a particular size of the graphics. Okay. Once I update it, This is how it looks like. So you will see the image fits exactly where how the banner would be shown in the website. Once it's updated, you would notice that if I just refresh your homepage, it's actually updated. Okay. One good thing also about this feature is you can change website information or news contents. You can change your photos, upload new photos, upload new news information. It has customer service portal or settings where your customer service can add more information, whether in terms of payment system, information such as delivery, and some other information that you would like to add. Company info, you can change your name of the company, then tagline, and also the logo, or in this particular example, this is a particular logo. And of course, the page about us, you can change information here. And one neat feature about this, you can change the type of font, the size, colors, everything, your layouts. I can easily change it using these very simple and very convenient tools. Contact us, as shown here. You can change information, and you're actually guided on what kind of information you want to put up. And of course, you can import your Google Map or map information. Users, you're now able to add more users, especially for your backend. This is very important because you don't want every time your admin account you're actually sharing to your staff or to your employees. So you might as well create users and assign them user, because every time they transact in their ERP, what it does, it logs and it captures who are actually using or accessing or changing and modifying information or creating invoices, quotations, and etc. Settings, you can set your locations, how many departments you have in your company, and of course for taxation is the GSTs. And what you notice here, it actually keeps a record of the changes and who made those changes. So it's basically a very efficient way of collecting historical data on different changes. Now we go to the real meat of the ERP system. If you notice this, the next section involves accounts, products, customers, resellers, or these are actually your distributors, and vendors. Vendors are your subcontractors or your suppliers. So you are able to record, you're able to log and keep informations of who are your vendors, resellers, customers, and also the products that you're going to be registering later on. And this side here is where you manage all your online or e-commerce, which is actually very dynamic also with this system. To give you an example, this particular, you can register a vendor. Like in this one, I pre-registered 2 vendors, ABC and XYZ vendors. Now you can change, you can see information of your vendors here. You can change or you can delete. Okay. You can add vendor if you want. Here, you just add a vendor and it will add in the list. Resellers, these are actually your distributors or retailers in your company, if you're a distributor company. So you can register. This particular feature is very important, especially when you have a portal for your retailers or resellers to buy directly purchases online without the need for your marketing or sales staff to administer them. Say for example, I want to be registered as a reseller. I just put a fictitious number here. Then I can add myself as a reseller or a distributor. So if you notice, I'm already a reseller. Customers, you may want to register your customers. It's very important it's recommended to add customers in the database. So you will have a very neat way of easily recalling a customer if they want to repeat their orders. At the same time, keep historical records or track down your customers, which is very useful later on when you're handling payments or statements. Then of course, products. The moment you have vendors in, now is registering a product, because you want to identify what kind of product later on you want to sell in your company. So it is very neat because you can add products. Okay. You can add new products. Okay. You can change attribute to a particular group of products. Or you can, like for example, also different categories of your products. You can create categories of your products. Or even units of measure. And it has historical records of the products that you have deleted. In this case, we don't have yet, but you can delete products. Okay, so this is basically registering information about your company's products, vendors, resellers, and customers. Now we go to the part where it's very now useful in terms of a business process. This involves the actual business process, like your RFQs or request for quotation, which you normally do when you want to request quotation from your vendors or from your suppliers. Purchase order is when you're ready to issue a purchase order. And of course, once you receive those goods, you are now receiving your POs and the payments later on. And of course, when you want to do reports. Now, this side here is actually for your customers. So you want to issue quotation to your customer, just simply use this feature and then create a sales order. And what it does, all of this information are actually very dynamic with your inventory. Now let's start, like most any business would do, is in order for them to have their product to sell, they would have to buy first from their vendors or suppliers. So let's start first with, in the example, an RFQ or request for quotation. Let's say, for example, I want to order a particular product. Okay, I'm from sales. I'm the administrator, but I also log in as particular name. Okay, my administrator. So let's say, for example, I want to buy products from this company. Okay. And they had rated me 0 GST. Now all I have to do in terms of product which I want to order, because it's in the database already, like for example, I want to order. If you notice here, I already registered a product, and this particular product may have already be an existing inventory. If you see here, there's an existing inventory available. So like for example, I don't have inventory of chocolate, I want to order chocolates. Right? And then I want to order 1,000 pieces. Okay. There's some instruction. Okay, simple instruction. Then I just submit. What you notice, it's already a formatted request for quotation. You don't even now to type an Excel or a Word format using your company letterhead or something, because it readily produces a format. It's very neat, and it assigns to this company, issued by this company. And this is your reference numbers. Now I just click this. What it does, it has a request for quote in your database. Now, once you receive a quotation now from this vendor, you can now issue a PO or purchase order. What you do is you can just readily, you can either edit it or you can just convert it to a purchase order. If you notice, it's just one click. It's just a click away. I just click it now. So what it does, it creates a purchase order already. Because you know, the vendor cost price, and you can now just easily, on just one click, you just have to rate your GST rate. With just one click, you can just confirm it and close. So what it does, you have now a purchase order that's confirmed. Okay, now you're ready to receive those goods. Okay. So this particular example is you already have an outstanding purchase order with this customer. Now you are now receiving the goods that's coming from that particular supplier, this customer. Okay. So it's still accounts payable. It will be an open account from that particular customer or from that supplier. Here, what you do, you can just open it, and you are now receiving a particular goods. What you do, once you receive the goods, normally these suppliers will have their sales order or invoice, sales invoice, and probably most likely they will have their own delivery order forms. So those information you can capture using these two fields. So for the sake of example, we just then you're probably receiving goods that is not 1,000, probably partial. So you can put 500 that you have received. So it's still an open purchase order because you only receive 500. But what happens is, in your inventory, you have now a chocolate that's already updated 500 you received. So you notice it saves time and more efficiency for your warehouse management. You already have updated your inventory of 500. Of course, for payments, these are accounts that you are payable that's still open. But you notice you only receive 500. So this particular accounts is actually open for this particular. Now what it does, because it keeps track of all of these records, you can just easily go to a report and probably just select. So you have accounts or customers, or sorry, vendors from ABC. This is transacted to February 9. Then you can retrieve the reports. You can easily view the particular payments. You can also view those who already have payable that's closed, which you don't have yet, but you have. Okay. In this example, you can just select this particular. You can go back to that particular purchase order that you have, especially if it is still an open purchase order, and you still want to receive goods. You can just easily update it because you still have a balance. You don't. It's all very dynamic. So now you have totally received it. So in terms of payments, okay. So you don't have any more balance. So what it does, you can now issue a payment and then process the payment. So what happens is, it's now part of your So it's not part of your payments. You have already made a deposit. Okay. Now this is as far as ordering from your suppliers is concerned. Now your business also involves as well as also issuing sales order or providing now the product to your client. So we just run an example. You want to issue a quotation to your customer. You simply just click on quotation, issue quotation. Probably they are a customer. Let's see, this one of your customer. You wanna now sell those chocolates. Okay. And then you probably wanna sell to him 10 pieces of those chocolates. Okay. So it's very simple, just click quotation. If you notice, you don't have to even retype the information about your clients, so you don't miss any information from that particular client. And you just, a few keystrokes away, issue a quotation. Now what happens is, you now want to issue now a particular this quotation to that customer, convert it to an actual PO. Sales order. So now it's an invoice, instantly an invoice. Okay. So there will be awaiting payment of that particular client. Sales order. So if you notice, there's a pending sales order that's still open, and what you do when it's already a close, you can just easily go to it again and close it. Okay. It is now part of the close item, confirmed. So what does this ERP mean now in terms of your business? It's number one, it is not just a web, it's also a portal where you can manage, you can advertise, you can market your products, and a portal at the same time where you can get your reseller, like in this example, to access. Like for example, I am a reseller. I have a login that's created by the company. So what in your example, my resellers, I can now create a provision for them to order online. Like for example, it's also very dynamic with any inventories. So an inventory that's still active will have this is present here in this online or e-commerce site for your resellers. Let's say for example, I want to purchase a chocolate. Okay. If you notice, it's in a basket. I open my basket. I can now also add more quantity. Then I can check out. Then it's a standard e-commerce portal where you can buy online products. And being a registered reseller, you can have your history. You can see what are the products that you bought or paid. And of course a profile, you can update your profile and change your passwords as a reseller. So this is very efficient way for your resellers or distributors, retailers to buy products from your company if you're a distributor or company. And of course, the most important part of this is actually the back-end process. The back-end process where the business is being run virtually without the need anymore or even an office, you can just basically do this your business virtually using a web portal, as long as you're connected to the cloud or internet. So I hope you enjoy. Thank you.